Conversations. Today we are sitting in this really beautiful, cozy little space called Hideout Coffee Bar, and I'm joined by one of my best friends, Asmine Koh. Hi. Okay, so let's throw it back. Before we get into the rest of the questions and the groove of everything, do you want to let us know a little bit about Hideout Coffee Bar and how it came to be?
So it started off COVID.
During COVID, yes?
Yeah. It was actually located at a rooftop.
Oh yes, that's a long time ago.
Yeah. So I found this place because I used to run a natural wine bar called Nothing Fancy. And above the bar, there is a rooftop, 4th floor, that was not utilized. During COVID, a lot of friends were saying where can we drink? And cannot go out, cannot do this, cannot do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we saw this space potentially good for events, like food event or like art events, whatever. And then I decided to ask the landlord, hey, are you guys using this space? If you are not, how about we do something useful? So we call that small little rooftop Hideout because around that area, no one can actually see us, literally, and hide out.
It's a little hideout.
Yeah, so then fast forward, we decided to bring this up permanently to do like the daytime, nighttime concept. That's why it's called Hideout Coffee Bar. So daytime coffee, nighttime bar.
I didn't know all this. But sometimes when you're close friends, you just support the business. You don't really need to know the storytelling, which is why we're sitting down today to do this. Actually, I've seen as one of the first few people who were on the back then Arch Conversation series. But that was so long ago. Remember?
What did we talk about?
We talked about how you transition from air stewardess to fitness instructor to F&B. Because I think that time was still not events. So how long has this foray been into the F&B scene?
I think 2021.
Since 2021?
After I left Sumen.
Right. So 5 years. So I think when we did the podcast was about 2021. Just after we started. So in this 5 years, what do you think you've learned? Because it's so challenging, right? Running a small business, it's really long.
I think the main challenge is really people management. I think that's something that I'm still learning and I'm still working on it. Especially when it comes to leadership and knowing that you need to take care of every single thing, from people to things to food to drinks to standards to qualities.
And a lot of people don't see these struggles, because they just see the final part. So it's quite cute because the other day I was at ice cream bar, and I overheard staff working there saying that he brings all these dates to Hideout.
For real?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. And he was like, actually I shouldn't do this, I was eavesdropping, but they were saying I bring all my dates to this place called Hideout. Have you heard of it? It's this little coffee spot. Ton vibes.
Vibes.
So I was like, good job, it's been in my heart. So we've transformed this little space that we're sitting in. How big is the space? About maybe 200 square feet?
Here?
About 200 square feet. So we're sitting in the Mackenzie unit now, fast forward 3 units later.
Yes.
Third Hideout, right?
Yes.
And how did you decide on this space, and how much did you have to do to transform it? Because we are actually sitting in the tattoo studio.
Yes.
Right? Yes. So Asmine basically stopped at the front of this unit and turned it into F&B.
It's a blessing in disguise, to be honest. We did not found this place. This place found us. It's found. Really, for real. So one day we decided to post on Instagram because the previous outlet was really...
Long story short, we got kicked out.
Yeah,
right?
We got kicked out because the landlord wanted to sell the space. So we were looking for a space, and in my heart I was thinking, if I cannot find somewhere that I truly like with a not expensive brand, I don't want to do it anymore. That was already my
mindset.
Yeah, correct. And I was still paying full-time pay. I was still paying my full-timer back then, full-time pay, thinking that I will definitely find a space. So then we posted on IG saying that we are looking for a space, and I still wanted to be in Geylang. Actually, I really like Geylang. I feel like Geylang is
I think that's where you built most of your community when it came to China.
So anyways, and then one day, the owner from Sabi Tattoo decided to text us on DM us on Instagram and say, hey, we have a space, do you want to come and see? Send us a video of the area. And then my business partner, Jufri, decided to come down to check it out. So when he came down, immediately he called me.
Vibes.
Yeah, he called me immediately and told me, like, I was in Japan back then. He was like, oh my god, Asmine, you love this place. You need to come down and see. Got such a big car park space, got forest, very vibes, very hideout. But my intention was already, like, I've already set stone Geylang. So that back then I would keep saying, like, I don't want to be here. Yeah, and I don't know where Mackenzie was back then. Then I decided to come down, and then I understand what he means by, like, it is very hideout.
And I remember when you first told me about the space, and I was like totally for it if you could get the licensing, because obviously you don't want to do illegal business anymore.
Yes.
Because I think you have to do a tattoo once when it was under another owner. And I understand why it makes sense for your business. Yeah.
It was to me back then, I thought it was a big break because first of all, there's no footfall.
Yeah, there's no natural footfall.
Yeah, people won't walk here.
There's a lot of residences,
right.
but it's not like your regular like commercial and residential.
Yes, correct. So I was very stressed when we first opened because I was not very confident about how many people will come. You know, it's a place where you find it and then you will just come. If not, you won't.
But it's very similar to like the Japanese concept that you like.
Yeah.
But she loves these hole-in-the-wall concepts in Tokyo where like you kind of travel there for that space. And then if there's something else to do there, great. But if not, you kind of go there for that experience.
Yeah.
And I think that you've encapsulated that well in this space. Thank you. I never say nice things to us. Very weird for me to say that.
Exactly.
Response. Okay, so Hideout feels very small, intimate, cozy. Was this scale and pace intentional?
Yes.
From the start?
100%. If you have been to Geylang, my hideout
2.0.
Yes, 2.0, you will know that it's even smaller. Right? It's half of where we are currently. I personally like small places. Yeah. The idea is that, like, when you have a small place, you can actually see every single customer. By doing that, you can actually have a conversation.
Yeah.
I always
With the clientele?
Yeah, correct. I always believe that when there's a very big space, you basically dilute the connection between the people working and the people sitting down. Maybe they don't want to talk to you, it's fine. But like some people, they come alone, they sit on the bar, they look at what you do, they want to talk, they want to share things with you, they want to know what you're doing. Basically, they want a conversation. So Hideout was built intentionally small so that I could see every single one and I could experience. It's not just about the customer, it's also for us to feel like, wow, you know, it's intimate, it's close. Yeah.
So to expand on that, would that mean that you would never want a bigger space?
No.
Like this is good enough?
So when we first moved in, I complained that this place was a bit too big for my comfort zone. Yeah.
But it's good. It turned out to be a good size.
Yeah.
Because if you just want to throw events, it makes sense.
Yeah. There's good and bad with small space. I feel like small space makes you learn to have lesser things and makes you know that
There more space
Exactly.
because in F&B there's so much.
Correct. So we do everything in this small little space. We bake, we cook, we make sandwich, we make coffee, we do every single thing. And I mean, there's good and bad. So for the con wise is that there's a lot of limitation to what I want to do. Yeah, because through this kitchen, I realized that there's a lot of things that I can do and I enjoy doing it. For example, baking. But because it's so small, there's a lot of things I cannot do. Like, for example, if I want to make bread with big volume, I cannot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
The mixer will be okay.
Yeah, exactly. So there are good and bad, but at the moment, I think I really enjoy my space here.
How long has it been?
Last year, July, so close to 8 months.
Yeah. Okay, so I feel like when you walk in, the space naturally makes you want to slow down. Was that intentional? And if it is, then what are the decisions in making the space feel that way for people?
I didn't actually knew that you feel that way. I think if you sit outside, it does have that vibe of slowing things down because what you see there is just like forest trees. There's no human being. There's not much car going past. Very different from your CBD or your Orchard Road. Yeah, which is a very nice thing to do. Sometimes when I open shop and if I have a little bit more time, I'll sit outside and have a sip of coffee before I come in and start working. Yeah, and I really enjoy that.
It's a nice meditative space.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really intentionally built that way.
No.
It just so happens like and I think it's potentially actually because you designed it, right? The space you designed it yourself. It's basically your inner energy, I feel like.
Yeah.
That comes through.
Yeah.
Like while it is energetic with the pace in terms of how you make food and how people come and go, but it also is like who you are inside is pretty calm. So the next thing I want to talk about is collaborations and pop-ups. So you've done so many collaborations and so many pop-ups along the way. How do these help shape your brand? Or do you think it brings new people into the space?
When I first designed Hideout, it was supposed to be a space that is multifunctional. Means I can anytime transform this space to an art gallery, or maybe someone wants to bring their products in to do like a showcase, and therefore the island is made movable. And therefore, I wanted to do even more pop-ups because I feel like I can. There's a lot of other space that I can use here. For instance, during our anniversary, we spill over all the way to the grass patch, put some picnic nets, do some
On the outdoors.
yeah, on the outdoors. Correct. And then there will be an upcoming event, sort of like a dance museum gallery style. So there will be artists standing and dancing, and people will just walk around. We want to transform this space to not just food and drinks. Yeah.
I think that's the current and the future of brands in general.
Yeah.
I think while you have to do something really well, like you have to make your coffee really well, you have to bake really well, it's just not enough.
Yeah, it's not enough.
Yeah. As a small company in Singapore, I don't think that's enough in retail because the
People
might
like
be
new
high.
things.
But the rent is also
Yeah.
very high.
Rent is high, but
People love new things post-COVID because and also social media, so they're always chasing the next high.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, this is something that I realized.
And at first you can complain about it, you can say like, oh, people always want new things, you want to take photos of everything, you can do that, or you can just become like a multi-use type space and just keep upgrading yourself.
Yeah. Or keep building.
Yeah.
Keep building things.
I think that's important. It also reminds me of how Junes runs his shop. Like I just went for his event yesterday at 5-8. He's also the same. It's a hair salon. But he also uses his space for like events, running events, art events and stuff. It's beautiful to see people with vision, building what they want to build and actually executing it. Because do you realize a lot of people like to talk about these things, but they don't end up doing anything?
Yeah.
And okay, you can be a dreamer as well, but kudos to the people who have the energy, time to want to make things work, because it takes a lot. Earlier we tapped a little bit on challenges, but I do think that there are a lot of unspoken challenges that you personally faced along the way of building this business. What do you want to discuss some of them and what they are? Because it's not. I feel like a lot of people don't see. They see like the founders in like, oh, you're just a founder.
Yeah.
Like you
Fun.
take it, right?
You got a lot of money, open the shop.
Exactly. Yeah. But they don't also see that the personal challenges you face, because it's so. I mean, she's always working, and we hardly get time to hang out, which is fine because I have to come here and see her. But outside of that, it's like, as you said, right, building something is like people management. It's your inventory. It's like, what is the special item you're going to bake? So, what you want to name 3 of your biggest challenges? Also, health. Your own health issues, family problems. What were 3 of the biggest challenges that setbacks you in the past 8 months? Just 8 months, not about the last few years.
I think it's about as much as I hate saying this, when you open a business, at the end of the day, you don't want to have a failed business.
Of course.
I mean, I've failed many times now. And it's very heartbroken to keep failing. So like, money is definitely one of them. In terms of, okay, the prices of supplies goes up, but we cannot go up with the price. Because when we go up just 50 cents, people notice and people will ask, oh, your sandwich suddenly increased price. And like, even though it's 50 cents, you know what I mean? So there are certain times where when I make new things, I have to really think about the price point. Given that it's very, very far away, it's not like in a CBD area or whatever, I cannot increase price just like that. But everybody are buying the same product from the same supplier.
Yes.
And they are all paying the same product. So my $5 can be very expensive to people here, but it's not expensive in CBD.
Yeah, for sure.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So this is one thing that I feel like I'm struggling. Second of all, like I said, people management. I have been working alone for a very long time. When I was at my old place doing design, I don't have to work with people. I can just work directly with my boss. When I'm in Singapore Airlines, I technically work on my own. You know what I mean? Yeah. But with opening a shop, right? It's not just about, oh, I open a shop, I do my things, and I just hire people.
There's a lot of expectations because, like, as the founder or co-founder, you have so much motivation and energy to keep this going. And then when you first hire people, you think, okay, I'm hiring you. I already told you the job scope, this is the scope. Why don't you have the same aspirations as me?
Yes.
Why don't you want to build this together in the same way that I want to? But I also felt that way. I think every entrepreneur will feel this way at least once. But then you need to take a step back because you need to realize that everybody works at their own pace.
Yeah.
And if they can reach your pace, they will start their own pace.
I don't think it's about the pace, it's about the standards. Yeah. And I feel like I'm not sure if my standard is way too high or the standard is just so low. You know what I mean? I did not explain to you, but
it's that as well.
Yeah.
It's definitely that as well. It's also because your standards are that high because it's your company.
Exactly.
Same thing. If their standards were that high and they're so good at it, they'll start their company. Guaranteed. So a lot of people just want to work. They don't want to run a business.
Yeah.
So because our company is so small, right? Like it's like 2-3 people other than us.
Yeah.
So to us, it's like, I'm given this major role. We have to operate at this level. But to them, it's like, but for what? No, this is not my thing.
Exactly.
So the expectations have to be lower.
Yeah, and you will realize ever since when you become an entrepreneur, you are the first to come in, you are the last to get out of the place. Yeah. But a lot of people always say like, oh, you be boss, very easy, you know, just...
I think that's a very boomer mentality.
Yeah.
It's no longer the case these days. Yeah. A lot of the friends that I speak to entrepreneurs all say this to me. They get judged. But also I feel like there's no need to explain yourself anymore. Just let them, you know, whatever people want to say, just let them be.
My last worry that I have always have in my mind is what's next. You know, how long can Hideout be here for, and what is next? Because I feel like in this generation or in this era now, if you pass 3-4 years in the F&B scene, you're considered very good already. But then what is next? Like you will never forever be here. Yeah. So
in a way, right, let's go back to what you said, because you said you have a lot of failed businesses. I've had like 2 failed businesses, this is my 3rd one as well. It is very upsetting, it is very heartbreaking, it is a letdown, but you learn from every failure.
Yeah.
You learn and you do better, you learn and you do better. So, to answer your question right this way, so if Hideout does 3 or 4 or 5 years, push past that, you need to close Hideout, close it, and then you take that experience and start the new thing. Because that's what F&B is.
yeah.
You know, it's like,
But it's hard, bro.
it is because it's your baby.
Yeah.
You know, but I also feel like you need to be able to like detach. You really need to learn how to detach. Because otherwise everything is just kills you inside. I have so much trust that because every single time you fail, you've always done bigger and better after. It's never been like no progress. You know, you've never hit a wall and combust. So I feel like even after Hideout, you won't know where you are yet, but at that time you will know.
Yeah, I think the situation will force you to know
Yes.
where you are.
Or force you to be like, hey, wait the fuck up.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, what is next?
Yeah.
You know? But I don't think that should be a big worry for you. I don't think that it's not a thing because of fights.
But other than that, I'm very, very happy coming here every day.
I think that's very important, right? Coming to work, I always say that people say they have Monday blues. I don't have that issue. Every Monday I'm like, yes, weekend's over, back to work. I love going into the office, being around my team, doing what we do. And of course there will be complaints. You know, there are bad customers, there are bad clients, you know. This is common. Nobody is perfect. But there are always people you can lean on at work. And that should be the way, I think. Yes. Lastly, do you have any advice for people who want to start their own thing? Or would you say, don't do it?
I will always support people who want to do something they are passionate about. I think the word is passionate. If you just want to do because it's cool, then don't do. But if you want to do it because you know that this is something that you love doing it, you can see yourself doing it every day. When we say every day, it's really Monday to Sunday from the beginning, then go and do it.
I'm the only one messaging the work chat on weekends. Nobody replies to me. On Monday, they're like, oh yeah, sorry. Weekends too precious. What is one small detail in this space that people might not notice but matters a lot to you?
It doesn't. Okay, I shouldn't say that. It matters to me a little bit, but it matters to my business partner a lot. If you see my shop, got a lot of small little damn toys.
Oh right,
Like really small, everywhere, every bit of the corner. Because my business partner, Dion, he loves toys and he donated all these toys to our shop. Yeah. So I think it's quite cute. I grew to love it. There's small little cats down
Yeah,
there.
I saw those.
Yeah.
I thought kids came and let them, but
No,
now I know. Yeah. Cool. Okay, last thing I want to say, off script, we don't need the script anymore. The last thing I say is, like, do you think, because she works out a lot, right? And recently I've been working out a lot. Do you think that working out helps to balance out stress as well?
For
In
sure.
a very healthy way?
Mentally, yes. Physically, for F&B, a little bit more tough because you're standing the whole day. It's very tiring if you go and work out after work. That's why I like doing it in the morning actually. So when I wake up, I go to work out, I come straight to here, I still feel that adrenaline to pump.
Yeah.
But for sure, man, like mentally, it helps you so much. I feel that one person should not have just one interest in life. Need to speak up your interests so that you won't get bored of doing
So that the work doesn't become the work.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
If you have external interests, you can lean on those to have stress. Amazing! Thank you for spending time with us today, Asmine.
Thank you.
Come to Hideout.